I think in our last video we have covered almost every required um, feature in the shop management system. So today we will be doing some final touch-ups. First of all, we will be focusing on our default view, which is currently our home view after login. So let's go to the presentation layer. As we know, presentation is the front end of this project, and inside this we currently have only one web app. And we will directly jump into the home controller. So this is the controller we want to present the store information once user is logged in. So what we will do is we will simply remove that controller from here this way, and we will be removing home folder as well, and we will convert our product not product, our store controller to home controller. Yes, and we will update its folder name as well, right? And this is all done. Let's simply press Ctrl F5 to see the changes. So now we can see, now after login we have that list coming, the store list coming as a default. So next thing is we should not have that index appearing at the top, so we can rename it. Let's name it welcome to store management. Yeah, so that's for this one, and let's double check the alignment to see everything is looking fine. Should be somewhere like here. Yeah, should be like here. Okay, that is to do with the indentation. Okay, and next thing is if we refresh the page, we will see how it looks like now. Okay, so this is how it's getting rendered. Next thing could be we can update this that link to say add a new store, right? We can just simply show it like this. And one more thing we can do is center align. We want to center align the heading, so let's see how we can do that. Let's say we want to use class. Class is like text center. Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, yeah, it's worked. Okay, and we want some space from the top as well, so we can, one thing we can do is we can add a class on class is equal to empty margin top dash, let's say 5, empty large 5. Okay, Now it looks better now. So we have now stores. We can create a new store anytime here. Store 3, and this is store 3, and location is, let's say, SLABAT path. Create. Now here we have store 3, and we can simply go to the products like this, and we can add a new product in store 3. Store 3 product 1. Let's see. Okay, description is required. Product 1 description. Okay, now we have store 3 description 1 as well. So if we go back to the home, we can see we have now store 1, 2, 3, and we can have all available options. So that was to with the the dashboard, the default landing page after login. Next we need to remove those unnecessary options from header, and we need to update that store a kind of logo from here as well. So we will go directly to the shared layout, and here we can see there are a couple of links available. So we can simply remove those like this, and the one last thing is we need to change its name, so we can name it let's say home is a better name. So after that the UI will be much more lighter and will be less confusing. Okay, now we have home, privacy. If we go to the products, we can go back to home anytime, and we can go to the, we can edit a store, we can go back to the list, and we can navigate between different available views very easily. So this was the main screen, and let's go to the how we will display it on the product section. If we see the product, first of all the search is not appearing as as it should be. So let's improve that one. So for that, let me go to the product and index, and we know that at the top of the product index we have that search form. So what we will do is, first of all, we will wrap our div with form, and let's yeah, okay, that is one thing. And next thing would be like we can yeah, so that is one thing. And next thing is we want to align both the text field and the button in the same line. So we can do class is equal to input group, and here I think we have all required attributes. Let's press Ctrl F5 now again, and let's see how it looked like. Okay, now we have that search button at the very end of this text field now, and even it looks better now, and it should be working as previously. There is no change in its working. Okay, next thing could be we can even remove that label from here, because don't think so that is required, or we can just make it little smaller. Let's say we use h2. Stores products, and we want this one, not this one. We want this to have some kind of top margin. Let's say normal MD5, and let's see how it looks. Yeah. Now we have stores products, and we can search. And one more thing we can do is store products, and one thing could be NT-5, and yeah, we can also double check number of columns we have. It seems like we have an extra column here, and 1 2 3, and here we have 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, let's see how it looks now. Okay, we have now, and it's don't think so it look any better, so we can just add mtth. And one more thing is we can add some placeholder text here inside that input. Placeholder text folder, and search product. Okay, now we have search product placeholder, search button is aligned, we have the we have pretty clean UI for now, and let's add few more products, and to load our grid. And if we go back, we can have pretty nice and clean navigation between those two views. And I think that's much about store management base. So we have covered, infrastructure perspective, we have covered the project architecture and layers, distribution perspective. We made sure that these layers are loosely coupled, and now the front end is mapped and connected with our services. Yeah, one more thing, this should be 2023. So for that one, let's go back to the layout, and it should be dynamic, so we can do it by adding date, date only dot now. Do we have now in date only? Date only dot, let's say, what are the options? No. So we can do date time dot now dot year. Right, so this will make the copyright year dynamic. So whatever year is there, it will be displayed at the bottom. Okay, now we have 2003, which is 5. So the store spelling, we can double check that as well. So store management system. So these are the few little, touch ups, and now we know that we don't have any privacy link. It will not work. To test that, let's go to the view and click on that. There is no view because we have deleted the home controller, the default home controller. We can remove that one from here, and yeah, so we have updated, you know the remaining parts in the UI. Now if we go to the login view, we previously added hard-coded values for if you go to the authentication controller. So we put the hard-coded values here. So in my next video, I will describe the I options pattern. This is a way to read configurations from settings file. Though we can use config object, but I option is the latest way. And also inside I options we have a couple of different options based of requirement. We will touch all those required or the available variants, and we will be reading the user email and password from config in our next video. So that was all from this video. Hopefully now you guys can use use this project as your template. So the coming 2-3 videos will be the finalizing videos from store management perspective, although I will continue adding new and new videos in this series, but I think we have almost covered the base. So in case of any question or query, do us in the comment, and from next video onwards I will give this series a little break. In case you need any further videos, you can ask, then I will create on your questions. Thanks everyone. Thanks for providing your support, and keep watching Tech and Talk.